Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? So Gervonta Tank Davis is looking to move up to 140. First fight at 140 to fight Mario Barrios, undefeated, 26-0, 17 knockouts. I believe Barrios is from San Antonio, Texas. Exciting fighter to watch. Very powerful, very strong, has power in both hands. Always in gritty, tough fights. An extremely exciting fighter to watch. And we all know Gervonta Tank Davis' style is very fan pleasing. A lot of knockouts, 23-0, 24-0 with 23 knockouts, I believe it is. One of the highest knockout percentages in the sport of boxing. He's absolutely phenomenal. You get your money's worth when you pay to watch Gervonta Tank Davis fight. You know, one of the fastest fighters in boxing when you talk about one punch speed. His combinations are awesome and very fast as well. But when you talk about just one punch speed, being able to throw one punch as fast as you possibly can, Tank Davis is at the very top. This is going to be a great fight if you're just looking for entertainment value. If you're looking for competitiveness, you're looking for entertainment value. I know this ain't the fight that we all wanted to see from Tank Davis. Probably not the fight that you wanted to see from Mario Barrios. Of course, we would have liked to see Tank Davis maybe fight for a title at 126 versus Gary Russell Jr. Maybe unify at 130 with Oscar Valdez. Maybe fight Ryan Garcia at 135. But this is a great fight. Now, you look at 140, they're about to have an undisputed matchup between Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor in May. That's one of the many fights that could possibly give us an undisputed fighter in 2021. 2021, a year of undisputed, man. You got Fury, Joshua, Taylor, Ramirez, you got Castano and Charlo. You got possibly Earl Spencer, Terrence Crawford. If everything unfolds how it should throughout this year, you got Clarissa Shields. She just became the only fighter in the four belt era to become undisputed 2 times in 2 different weight classes. You know what I'm saying? So she's a 2-division undisputed champion. The only other fighter that done it ever in the 3 belt era or any other era was Evander Holyfield. He did it at cruiserweight and at heavyweight. So we talking about some legendary shit happening in 2021, and I'm here for it all. But going back to what I was saying though, at 140 they're about to have an undisputed matchup. Really, the only other 2 fights that would have made any sense for Gervonta Tank Davis at 140, because you can't fight Ramirez or Taylor because they're about to fight. So the only other 2 fights that would have made any type of sense would have been Mario Barrios and Regis Prograis. Mario Barrios holds the WBA regular title, which is like the interim championship, just like how you see the interim WBC championship. And Regis Prograis doesn't hold the title, but it's a great matchup and a fun fight to watch. Just as exciting as this fight is going to be. I think that this is a very tough task for Gervonta Tank Davis. As y'all know, I really don't see Tank Davis, not even as a 135 pounder, let alone a 140 pounder. I just think frame wise, just his stature, he's really not the size. He doesn't have the size, in my personal opinion. He doesn't have the physical dimensions, in my personal opinion, to be the best that he can be at 35 and at 40. At 35, I think he caps out. You know, I think he can fight and beat the best at 135, but those fights will be very difficult. The likes of Devin Haney, Telefimo Lopez. I think the Ryan Garcia fight will present some challenges, but I think he gets through Ryan Garcia without too much issue. But you look at the height, the reach advantages that these guys will have over Tank Davis. You saw how he looked at 135 versus a smaller Eurycris Gamboa. And yeah, he knocked him down like what, 5-6 times. Yeah, he stopped him in the 12th. But that fight went longer than what most people thought it was gonna go. And though he did hurt Gamboa multiple times, it just didn't seem like his power had the same effect that it normally has on guys in the lower weight classes. The power was definitely still there, but it just seemed like if he was fighting at 30 or 26, something like that, those same punches that he was landed probably would have put motherfuckers out of commission. I'm talking about laid out, hurt bad. But Eurycris Gamboa was able to make it to the 12th round. Now, he's going up to 140 to fight a young 25-year-old Mario Barrios who has, a solid fan base behind him, a lot of promise, a lot of potential, very skilled, very active, and an exciting fighter, explosive, very powerful. This guy is 5'10". He got power in both hands, and he's just naturally a bigger guy. And he's going to bring that pressure to Gervonta Tank Davis, which makes for a great fight, action-packed. But I wonder if Tank Davis will have the power to discourage Mario Barrios. I wonder if Tank Davis will have the power to be able to make him second-guess himself or respect Gervonta Tank Davis. I wonder if Tank Davis will be able to take Mario Barrios' power. I wonder if he will have issues like he did in the first few rounds of the Leo Santa Cruz fight, finding his range. Leo Santa Cruz was taller and longer than Tank Davis, gave Tank Davis a little bit of issue as far as the range. Once you saw Gervonta Tank Davis find his range and his distance, he got more comfortable and he was able to land the shots that he wanted to land. I think in this fight, he's definitely going to have some issues finding his range and his distance. Now, Mario Barrios don't necessarily fight from the outside. He likes to mix it up on the inside and have, ballroom brawl style type of fights, which of course would work in the favor of Gervonta Davis. But even though it's a close inside fight, range still and reach still could be an issue, in exchanges and, in the small intricacies of, that particular style matchup. I think you will see a little bit. I think you will see the range and the length of Barrios be a little bit of an issue for Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, can Tank Davis be successful in this fight? Absolutely. He's an incredible fighter, and he's an elite and highly skilled caliber of fighter. He's one of the most talented fighters in the sport of boxing. So if there's going to be any type of fighter that can achieve what Tank Davis is trying to achieve, he's one of the guys that can do it. So I don't doubt whether or not he can do it, because I know he can. But I do believe that this is going to be an extremely tough task for Tank Davis. It's going to make for an exciting fight. I think the fight should happen in Texas. Like I said, I believe Barrios is from San Antonio. The Mexican fans going to come out in Texas, San Antonio. He just fought Leo Santa Cruz in San Antonio. They loved him. They loved every bit of Tank Davis. Everybody I don't care who you are, white, black, Mexican, whatever you is, bruh. You love to watch Tank Davis fight. You can say you don't like who he fighting and all this, but you love to see Tank Davis fight. He might not be fighting the guys that you want to see him fight, but he's fighting tough competition. Top guys. Again, Leo Santa Cruz was a 4-division champion. You know what I'm saying? He fought Jose Pedraza when Pedraza was undefeated, and, people looked at him in a high light. Now he's about to fight Mario Barrios, who's undefeated and in a division that Tank Davis has never even fought in before. So these are not easy fights, and you got to give Tank Davis credit for taking on these type of challenges. So, I believe that the money team, Tank Davis, Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellaby, they're going the route of trying to put Tank Davis on a pound for pound type level. He's already on my pound for pound list. I believe I have him 6 or 7. But when I say pound for pound, like they really trying to put emphasis on the fact that this guy can fight in different weight classes and be successful. You know what I'm saying? So I like it, man. I like the fight. I think it's a fun fight to watch. If you're just looking for pure entertainment value, if you just a fight fan, you just want to see a great fight, a great matchup, this is a fight that you'll want to see. But again, man, it's not gonna be easy for Tank. It's not gonna be easy for Tank because I'm gonna tell you, if he can't, now he does have the skills to outbox fighters. He can outbox you and outskill you and out ring IQ you, out ring generalship you. You know what I'm saying? He's that intelligent in the ring. He's that good. He can do that. But it's gonna be difficult with the reach disadvantage and the height disadvantage. You know, it's gonna be very interesting to see what type of game plan Tank Davis and Coach Calvin draw up in this fight. You know, Floyd Mayweather Jr., I'm pretty sure he's gonna be very instrumental in this camp for Gervonta Tank Davis. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what they come up with to get around these glaring physical disadvantages that they're gonna be facing in this fight. You know what I'm saying? So I think that makes for you know, I think it makes the fight interesting and it makes the fight worth watching. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. How do y'all feel about Gervonta Tank Davis taking on Mario Barrios at 140? I believe it's going to happen at the full 140-pound limit. I know Barrios has already talked about how he had to move up because he couldn't make the lower weights. He didn't even fight at 135. He went straight from 130 to 140. He's been having success, you know, and he just said he was too big for the smaller weight classes. So I don't see why they would have it any less than at 140. You know what I'm saying? Why not? So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. How y'all feel about this matchup, man? Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.